guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with a super special collab that I am doing with Thomas TV here on YouTube. If you already watch his videos, you will know that he's having a giant collab week this week, and I'm one of those collabs, which is super awesome. I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys like what you're going to see. So basically, if you don't know who Thomas TV is, he does a lot of Sims building videos for The Sims 4, and they're really cool. He does room builds and house builds, and you should totally check him out. There'll be a link in the description to his channel as well as his half of this collab, and this is a decor battle. Basically, we both picked the same house off the gallery, which is by, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Gryphi, and I will just pop that on the screen right now so you guys can see. But we picked a house built by somebody off the gallery, and we both furnished it. When I downloaded the house, I was pretty sure it was unfurnished, but I downloaded it furnished anyway, and it did have like kitchens and bathrooms, basically how a house in real life would be if you moved in that was empty. It just had like the things a house has to have, like kitchens and bathrooms, but there was nothing else. Everything else was blank. And I kind of kept the kitchen very similar, but I completely renovated it, and then I completely redid everything else, but I kept the floor plan for the most part. I tweaked it a little bit upstairs, not much though. But for the most part, the floor plan that was set out by the original creator we did, because it was really just a furnish off. So you just furnish the whole house how you'd like, and you guys get to choose who did it better, or which one you prefer, because I'm assuming that his is going to be way different than mine. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it at the same time you guys see it, so I'm really excited to see what he did with this house and how our houses differ. But this took me a whopping 2 hours to furnish because it's such a big house. I didn't realize how big it was when we chose it and when I agreed to it. But you know what? I did it anyway. I was really excited to do this collab. It was really nice of Thomas to reach out to me and see if I wanted to be part of it. I hope you guys like it. There's a couple of things we add to the kitchen off camera towards the end, but you'll see those in the screenshots. Like I just fixed some of the clutter on the shelves and the counters before the end, and I really liked the floor plan of this house. It was really big, but like I like how it was laid out. It seemed like a legitimate house I would see in real life if you went on a tour of a house, like to maybe buy it. So I really like it. I'm probably gonna check out some more things by this creator and see what other kind of houses they've made, because I'm impressed. I need these these skills. But anyway, throughout the house, I kind of mixed traditional and modern a little bit. Kind of like maybe they liked both styles. I, for some reason, really liked the way those modern chairs looked with that more traditional table. Not sure why, I really liked it, so I went with it. We do that a lot throughout the house, and I think it looks alright. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I really liked how it looked. So I was excited to do that, and to use this rug that we used in this dining area, because it's so big I usually can't fit it in houses, because I don't usually have houses this big. But it worked in this house, so I was like, yes, we can use it. We ended up putting some blinds up here. I believe I tried some curtains, and I just felt like they were too big and clunky for a kitchen, so we went ahead and got rid of those. And I thought about like adding curtains over the blinds, but it did not work in the end. But that's okay, it doesn't always have to. We have like 2 garage areas, which we'll get to in a couple of minutes. I kept one of them like as a stereotypical garage, and the other one I kind of converted into like, oh, they don't use that half of the garage. That's like a workout room, which I thought was kind of cool. I don't usually add that much garage space in a house, so it was definitely interesting to try and do that. And I don't always have this much space for a living room either. Like I got to fit in 3 couches. When does that happen for me? Never. And I got to use my favorite color scheme in here of gray and navy blue. Favorite color scheme ever. That's the color scheme I have at my house. In my room, I guess. I also have it in other parts of my house, but my bedroom, I always used to have a navy blue wall, and then I'd have all gray bedding and all that kind of stuff. I don't have a navy wall anymore because I live in my own apartment now, and I can't paint. But I still have all of the gray bedding and accessories and stuff. And lots of pops of navy blue, primarily from the TARDIS, because I have a lot of Doctor Who stuff, because I love Doctor Who. But anyway, we're adding some curtains over here. We have that don't knock the llama or don't something the llama set over there, because it fit in nicely in that space, and this is pretty much a family home, and I felt like that would be a nice activity to do. I could have added a chess table or something, but I kind of wanted it to be something more than two Sims could interact with. So I went ahead and placed that over there. And on this table over here, just adding some clutter items. I think it ends up just being that painting and that flower. And I added the cutting board in the kitchen, which I haven't ever done. I talked about that recently in my, well, I guess I have. I did it in my Things I Never Used challenge that I created last week or week before. It was sort of recently. I don't remember exactly. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But I've never really used that cutting board because I always forget it exists. And I used it in this build, so I'm really excited that I finally got to use that. We end up with 4 bedrooms because that's what's planned up here, with 2 bathrooms upstairs and 1 downstairs. The bedrooms end up being a master bedroom, a teenage, probably girl's room, young boy's room, and a baby girl's room. Instead of a toddler's. I don't know why. I just really wanted it to be a baby's room instead of a toddler's room. So, you know, we have a lot of food, are they called food? No, ottomans over here against the windows. And I separated this one to get rid of the clipping by putting a dresser through it. And I thought that was nice, like places to sit by the bookcase. Just extra seating. And I am pretending that maybe those ottomans open up so there could be extra storage in there. But I really liked how this room came out. I thought it was really interesting. A little bit different than I normally do because it has so much space. I wanted to add lots of storage and books and activities to make it feel really lived in and really full. So I was pretty happy with how that came out. And of course there's tons of plants in this house because every single build I ever do has lots of plants because I think they just make everything look better. It just brings the house to life. It brings the rooms to life. I guess literally because it's growing foliage, but like I just really like plants. I tried to add that in the corner, but I felt like it didn't quite work because it was too modern. And while I was mixing the styles together a little bit in this house, I felt like that was just, it didn't work in this room. So I tried, but overall I think the room came out really nice, and I wish we had more corner pieces that were a little bit more traditional so you could, or just more corner pieces in general, like a mix of traditional and modern, so that we could have more corner furniture, because I think that'd be helpful in furnishing houses. Because everything we have is just like flat, and there's a lot of corner furniture that exists. Anyway, this is the little gym I added. Nothing too complicated. It has a workout machine and a treadmill, and then we put a little old table over here with a TV, a stereo in the corner. Nothing too crazy. I thought about adding a plant, but I was like, no, it would be too dark in here for a plant. But it's just a very simple little gym area, and we kind of mimicked the idea of the garage on the other one, because there's one on the outside, but there wasn't one on the inside, so I fixed that. And added some like workout posters over here. It's very, very simple, but I think it got the point across of having a little workout area that's in what used to be one of the garages in the house. Added a car outside and one inside in this secondary garage, and then the struggle of trying to make a washer and dryer. Thankfully, that will not, we won't have to like make them anymore sometime next year because with the Eco Living Stuff pack we'll be getting, which I don't think it's going to be called Eco Living. I think it's going to be voted on a different name, but we shall see. Right now, it's the Eco Living Stuff Pack. We'll include washers and dryers, so we won't have to make them like I'm doing here. But I messed around a lot to try and make the washers and dryers look pretty okay. I think they look okay in the end. We added a pool light up in front to be like the front of the dryer. I had to delete some walls to place it properly. But I think it looks okay in the end, and just sectioned that off and had like a workbench in the garage and just some clutter and stuff you might have in a garage. It's nothing too special, it's just a garage. But I quite like how it came out. I guess I just felt a little detailed, and I like detailed builds. It just makes me happy when you can add little extra things here and there. I feel like we had laundry clutter, but I'm probably thinking of The Sims 3. Other than like the actual laundry, I meant like the detergent and stuff like that, but I guess we don't have it because I couldn't find it. I mean, if it exists, let me know. I'd love to use that in the future if it exists, but I don't think it does. And I don't use custom content in my builds, so yeah, that wasn't an option. But anyway, we're adding some more like outdoorsy, like garage type clutter in here because wanted to fill up the walls a little bit. And I don't know, I love like creating little places like that. Like I did a shed like a couple weeks ago, and it was really fun to use all of that stuff you don't normally use. So it's nice when you have a fake garage in a house, since we don't really have cars in The Sims 4. Just creating all that kind of stuff. Also with the laundry, it's fun to just put things you don't normally use. So we're in the first bathroom. This bathroom is the only one that's slightly different than the others. It has more of a blue theme. All the other two bathrooms upstairs are pretty much exactly the same. They all have the same flooring, I think. But the ones upstairs are pretty similar. I didn't go too all out with the bathrooms. I just wanted them to have what they needed. Be very simple and, you know, to the point. So they were very simple. In the hallway out here, I tried to add a painting here. I know I added one. Oh, it was that one. Okay, cool. And some curtains and stuff. And we end up having a little accent table in front of the stairs and paintings going up the steps. And I thought it looked really cute. We all pushed those down a little bit in a little while because I thought they were too close to the top. But we fixed that. We also changed the wallpaper in this room at some point. But I overall like the little entrance area. I think it came out pretty nice. I like that the stairs are right when you walk in. I think that just looks really nice, like the side view instead of the front view. I always have the stairs facing the other way, so you walk right in and you can walk straight up the steps instead of having them to the side. So I might have to do that at some point in the future, like experiment with where I placed my stairs. And just like looking at, like working with a build that somebody else made and furnishing it just gives you more ideas for building, so it was really cool to be able to do that. Anyway, now we're up in the master bedroom, which is probably the blandest room, but I wanted it to look more structured and traditional than the rest of the house, and like the parents keep everything clean and they have like very matchy furniture, and I think I achieved the look I was going for. I really like this room, even though it is the most bland one in the house. And I combined two dressers together, we'll get to that in a moment, to create like a much longer dresser, because I feel like in my own home right now and like growing up, my parents always had like really long dressers, like twice the length of the ones we have in game. So I took two of these and I just merged them together like that. There's some clipping in the middle, but it's kind of minimal, so I don't think it's too much of a problem. So I did that to make a much longer dresser, take up more space, and I think it's more accurately displays the dressers I typically see. And then this room and the teenage room that I said I think is a girl's room. I added some makeup and stuff in there, so I guess it's probably a girl's room, but it could really be anyone's room. That one also has the same vanity in it. I love using the vanities. I don't know why I use them so often. I guess it's good that I don't think that glitch with kids using the vanity from anywhere in the house is a problem anymore. That was a really weird glitch. But I think that's gone now, so it should be fine and dandy to go ahead and have those everywhere and not worry about your kids constantly doing that from the kitchen table or a desk or whatever. That was annoying. I tried to place some books on top of these clothes, but they clipped in, so I went ahead and got rid of them. But I put some clothes on that ottoman just to make something a little bit out of place, like they didn't put the laundry away yet. But other than that, that room is pretty much perfect. Now we're working on one of the upstairs bathrooms. I didn't really distinguish between if one of these was supposed to be an ensuite. There wasn't a door into the master bedroom, but like this room is like closer to there. And there was like a hallway connecting them, which I delete because it just seemed silly in my opinion. But you know, you can keep it or rebuild it if you want. Or of course you can also download this house, like the original version from Gryphi or whomever, and I get that. Or you can download the version that I did, just that you're seeing now. You can search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi in the Sims 4 gallery to go ahead and download that and change whatever you want about it. And you can also check out the version that Thomas builds and see how his comes out. I'm so curious to see how we furnish this different. I would think he kept the same floor plan. We never specified. So I would think he would, since we're just picking a house somebody else built and decorating it. So he probably kept the same floor plan. But I'm curious to see how different our builds are. That'll be really interesting. Hopefully they both came out pretty well. Hopefully you guys like this. I had a lot of fun with it, but like I said, it took way longer than I thought it was going to. And this is the second bathroom, which is very similar in color scheme and pretty much all the same appliances and stuff. Although there's a different sink because it's a smaller bathroom. But you know, they're basically the same bathroom. They're just so simple. Because I felt like that made sense for a house like this. But you can change whatever you want. But I liked how it came out. Add another accent table in the hallway. I use accent tables a lot in my builds. You've probably noticed that if you've been watching for a while. I love them. They fill in space so well. They're really cute. I've never had one in real life, but I want one. They're so cute. And they look so nice, which kind of is the same thing as being cute, but I really want to get one at some point. I ended up putting wood in all of these extra bedrooms, and then this is going to be the teen girls room, or just teens room in general. We go with this bedspread. This is probably my favorite room that I did. I love how this room came out. It's so cute. I imagine that this was a girl who's a musician, and is just kind of dresses like in fall colors a lot, and is really into music. And I just had so much fun imagining what her room would look like. Obviously we went with orange, green, and brown, and I think those colors just go together really well. And I got to use that mirror from Parenthood, which I really like. And we added this music poster over here. She ends up getting a guitar as well. Got a clothes hamper, of course, to put all your dirty clothes in. And a nice rug in here. This fit pretty well this direction, which I never put rugs that direction. And I couldn't decide for a bit which color, but we went with this beige color rug because I thought it was a little bit more subtle. There's so much color in the room to begin with. I thought it was nice to just tone it down a little bit with the rug. I think it helped the other colors pop out anyway. And there's her little guitar, and we had some nice bedside tables, which we darken up a little bit, and I don't remember what we put on them. Oh yeah, there's a painting over there leaning on the edge of that one. Oh yeah, okay, so there's a bunch of cute stuff in here. This definitely screams teenager to me, or young adult. I love it. I want this room. I want this room now, and I am not a teenager, but I would love to have this room. I wish I could just plop it down from the gallery in real life. I wish it worked like that, but it doesn't. You know, mother load real life and then go to the gallery, or actually free real estate. That would be the cheat that I would need for this. Although mother load would be way more helpful to pay off those student loans. Anyway, we're pretty much done with that room. Then this kids room, I really wanted to do a kids room because of this divider, which we've had forever now. I believe it came with kids room stuff, but I've never used it before, which is weird. I almost never use room dividers. I want to use them more because I see people use them all the time, and I'm like, that looks so nice, but I didn't think to do that because I forget about room dividers. And I thought he could just change behind there. No, nothing special. It's not like separating off the room or anything, which I guess would work if you had two kids sharing a room. Like a room divider would be nice, but I'll do that again in the future. We end up adding a toy box over here and some stuff on the shelf, and we put all of those all that sports equipment on top of the toy box afterwards, and I had to add this guy behind the bed. It looks so cool. It's not the exact colors of the rest of the room, but I thought it was close enough and pretty cute, and added the one square tiled desk. Add a bookcase over here as well, just move the posters around, nothing too crazy, but I really like how this room came out too. I love yellow and gray together, and I think that greenish yellow and the black are nice colors, and I think they all just complement each other really well. So I'm going to use more green and yellow and more orange, brown, and green together. I think those were both really strong color combinations, and I think that's why I like these rooms so much. I got to do more of that. Very good color combos. They just accent each other so well. And then I had a lot of fun in this baby girl's room. I was just like, I really want to play with curtains. So I was like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And we ended up putting the baby crib back over here, and we kind of make it like enclosed by curtains. We changed the color of those to white, and I think it ends up looking really, really cute. Because, I don't know, I guess I wish we had those like corner curtains that like kind of, I don't know. They kind of look like the bottom of a wedding dress, like that kind of shape of a poofy wedding dress. I wish we had those to put over bassinets in The Sims. I know there's custom content for them, but like I said, I don't use custom content in my builds. But I think that would look so nice. I want something like that in the game. Yeah, I can only hope. I highly doubt we'll get that in the toddlers pack. Yeah, I highly doubt. And at the time of recording this, the trailer hasn't come out yet. It comes out tomorrow, so this video comes out later in the day, later in the week. So I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I'm sure that a video of me reacting to it is already on the channel by now, I hope. If I wake up in time. But I'm really excited for the toddlers pack. I hope you guys are too. And I really like how this room came out. It's so cute. Look at all the little bunnies on the walls. I love bunnies so much. Now I'm just rambling. But you know what? That's what happens when you have a 20-minute voiceover. Adding a little teddy bear in the corner. And just a bunch of little clutter items that make sense in a baby's room. Although not all of it does. I guess the tissues make sense, like wiping up your baby's bum when they make some messes. Oh boy. But anyway, adding this little night light that came with Parenthood because it's so cute, and replacing the chair with this one, which I also think came with Parenthood, maybe? No, it didn't. Yes, it did. I don't remember where it came from, but it's cute, and I thought it fit in really well with this baby's room, adding some stuffed animals over here, and I think that's pretty much it for that room. We should be moving outside and doing a little bit of decorating outside before we finish off this build. We end up having like a table and chairs, a nice barbecue, and places to lounge by the pool. And I also added the water slide that we got with, I think, was it kids? No, not kid stuff. It was one of the stuff packs, and I never use it, and I guess because there's never enough room, and it doesn't usually make sense unless you have a large family home like this, but we use that. But we're gonna add dirt around the house, and we are coming to the end of the video. So guys, if you would like to download this, please search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi on the Sims 4 gallery. Also check the description for a link to see what Thomas TV did with this build. I'm really curious to see how ours are different, and it was so awesome to go ahead and do this collab. So I want to thank you, Thomas, for asking me to collab with you. This was so much fun. We should do something again sometime in the future. So definitely go and check him out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.